He's trying to sabotage me. He's from Happy Hour. I think it's a good time now in the podcast. I want to try the lovely, are these IPAs?
Yeah, Bin Day IPA. It's my homebrew beer.
Yes.
This. So I started at the start of lockdown. I brewed some beer, and it turned out I could actually brew beer quite well. It turns out quite nicely, and I've been working on this. This is my own recipe now. Previously, it was different kits. This is my own recipe. I think you're going to like it. I think this is really good.
Has it been like refined?
You can see it steaming off as well.
Yeah. Has it been refined and refined? Like,
Party!
I should say they've been in my bag, so they might be a bit shaken up.
He's trying to sabotage me. He's from Happy Hour. There's an inside man.
It's just not stopping.
I gave a box.
It's just not stopping.
Nice though, isn't it, Cam? Even the froth that's exploding in your mouth is pleasant. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know why you didn't start pouring it into the glass again rather than just letting it all froth out of the floor.
Robbie, what's happening here? This one's starting.
So again, they've been in my bag
Mate,
and they've probably a
Are
bit
these just
shaken
little
up.
volcanoes?
Yeah.
Can you put it in a glass? I don't want to touch your lips, Charlie. I don't
Yeah,
know what they do.
I've poured it in a glass.
We only have one.
They traditionally wouldn't do that if they hadn't been shaken around in my bag for so long.
Yeah. People put it on
So
before.
the other thing you might have is you might have a little bit of yeast in them. Not bad for you, but it might be a bit.
So what's the flavour? Is it
So
supposed
I
to be
think
like
this is a
mint
sort of,
juice?
so this is a vaguely tropically flavoured thing. I'd say I'm gonna have some too.
By the way, that was wonderful, even though it was exploding in my mouth.
It's basically what I didn't realise until I started making beer was that generally it's the same 4 ingredients. Thank you very much. It's the same. It's water, yeast, hops, and malted barley. And the fact that that's the same. If you've got like a stout sort of Guinness type thing, it's the same 4 ingredients, just different types of each than a sort of lagery type thing will be.
Yeah, we used to make ethanol.
Where
make meth.
Where was the
Ethanol.
idea to make this from?
As in beer in general?
Yeah, just in start.
Just something to do at the start of
like
lockdown.
lockdown
Yeah.
boredom.
Got a bit bored, yeah.
I love that. So can you actually explain to me, because these are IPAs, right?
Yeah.
So
Are
is
these the
that
same
an
flavour, first of all?
Indian Pale Ale, yeah. Although it's sort of an American...
Are they the same
well,
flavour?
Yeah, they're all the same. They're the same flavour, yeah. They're sort of vaguely...
So what? Because you've got IPAs,
Yep.
you've got APAs, right? American Pale Ales.
yeah. So there's pale ale is normally a little bit less strong than an IPA sort of thing. And there's also... So it all varies depending on the different blend of ingredients you have and what malt you use and stuff like that. So it's not that complicated doing it. I've done... This is out after Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm starting a brewery with my friend Mike, and the idea is I'm going to do a collaboration beer with Doc's Brewery, Doc's Beers up in Grimsby.
Okay.
So I've been up there, we've made a beer together, sort of thing. It's going to be available for
that's
sale.
class.
That's
And
amazing.
then the plan after that is to try and make Bin Day IPA eventually. So I haven't got $200,000 to buy a brewery at the minute. So we're usually going to use other people's facilities and sort of go, look, can we pay you to hire this out and do that? And then eventually the long-term plan will be to start an actual physical brewery.
That's so exciting.
That's amazing.
YouTube breweries. The idea being that any
boxing,
YouTuber who's
YouTube
like
brewery.
25 or older, because of
Yeah.
licensing things, so Blue Van Man could come down and brew a beer and sell it.
Can I invest?
Oh my God,
Can I
that would
invest
be,
in
that's
shares?
so
It's a
good.
good
Can I
hashtag
do
a beer. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, so good.
BrewTube.
You're like the merch company.
BrewTube, I like that.
And are we sticking with the name? Is it still going to be Bin Day?
Bin Day Brewing Company.
Can I invest in shares of this? As
Yeah,
I am an
eventually.
avid beer.
Yeah,
beer
my crypto's down, so I'd like to invest in some shares.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, but yeah, no, so it's
Oh,
so
no,
that's
you're
the
not
that's
going
the
for a
idea of it.
sniff First. I'll go for a sniff.
It's not wine.
It's not wine.
It's not wine. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm just an exquisite taster then.
That's lovely.
Tropical. Smells like holiday.
It's genuinely good, isn't it?
That is really nice. Like really nice. I was half expecting.
Yeah, everyone's
like go.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
Everyone's like, I thought I was just going to have to be polite. But
I made beer once when I was at school.
It's quite strong as
we
well.
did it in biology, and mine was shit. Like,
Yeah.
it really wasn't nice.
My memory of homebrew beer was as a kid when people could buy these kits from Boots and drink it and make it, and it just stank. Like your mate's dad would make it and stink out their kitchen. It's disgusting.
We got to do that in chemistry. We got to make our own. I think it was wine. And I was like, oh yeah, mine looks really good. And I asked my chemistry teacher, can I taste it? And he went, I think you will die if you have that. And I was like, oh, okay. So mine didn't really go that well.
Yeah, I didn't get why they made us make beer and alcohol in school if we weren't allowed to have it because we were underage. But why were you teaching underage people how to make alcohol?
I'm not too sure.
But I did like it. This is really nice. This has given me hope that maybe I can revisit my childhood failures.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if this was the first video you done surrounding the Bindi IPA, but you done a video where you compared that to the Elvis.
Yeah, so the idea was the kit I bought. It was just like a kit you can get for
juice.
50 quid,
Yeah.
and it was to try and make an Elvis juice thing, and it tasted nothing like the Elvis juice.
Didn't
Lloyd Griffith?
Lloyd
he
Griffith-
tasted it and preferred
yours.
the one, which I sort of. I mean, it wasn't the way it's supposed to taste. It didn't taste like grapefruit or anything like the other beer, but it is a. I mean, it will be fresher. I mean, and it won't be made in the same way as I mean, Brewdog's now sort of.
When
It's
was
sort
this
of quite.
Yeah, they're very mainstream now, aren't they?
15th of March.
Yes.
So.
I'm actually really excited by this idea that you're going to start collaborations with YouTubers.
So the idea is as well to film everything, because I don't know anything about starting a brewery, but I can meet people who do. So we follow the whole journey along. So there's a separate YouTube channel, Bindi Brewing Company.
So if for collaborations on this, do you have to be over 25?
I think there are rules. I think to show someone drinking alcohol, I think you have to be over 25, I think, in marketing. I don't know the full details.
Charlie's
So,
taking
Robbie, I turned 25 in about 3 weeks. So
Wonderful.
I will be belling up your line to try and make our beautiful banana beer.
Marvellous.
These
Can I-
little
how
long
punks
have
have
you
got
guys?
3 years.
3 years.
2
He's
years for you?
actually, he's got 2 years. He's getting old.
No, I'm 22.
Oh, you're 23 this year, mate. 23 this year.
You're 23 this year, but you're like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So you're 3.
But that is something I'd be really
young.
interested in doing. Just something that's a bit. Obviously, everyone has clothing. People are starting to do trainers, but no one's really gone down like a kind of drinks, kind of beer kind of route.
It's something which I spoke to Harry about a while ago, because I got a couple of potential brand deals that came through, but I wasn't 25, so I couldn't get them, and so it's like fuck.
Yeah, I could go to the Champions League final because it was the Heineken.
That's
I was
really
gutted.
sad.
I was gutted.
But I
lost
think
that
you're-
one, so it's okay.
I think you're definitely onto something there. I think that's really it's quite an exciting thing.
Fun, and and there's different stages to it as well. So it's not like something that you have to really go all in on early on. We can sort of there's no risk of this sort of collaboration brew sort of thing, because another brewery's done it all and done all the hard bits sort of thing, and they're going to sell it through their sites, and then eventually go, okay, we need to take to the next stage where we need to be selling it ourselves. So we're doing a bit of selling it yourself, because then you need certain licensing and you need premises and all this.
So a lot
to
of
eventually
loopholes.
where you have to raise money to get a actual brewery.
So is all the production done by them, and you're just kind of the marketers?
So we went up and brewed it with them. So we discussed what we did. They came up with a recipe because they know more about it than us, and we just discussed that. And we made a pilot version, which is like 120, 150 bottles. I should have brought some of that for you. Oh, I'm not 25. I couldn't bring that probably. This is homebrew. It's fine. So we did the we made the sort of pilot version to check it was all right, and then now we've made it in the big kit, which is going to go into cans, 440ml cans. And there's going to be, I think, something like 5,000 of those. It's quite a lot.
Are you getting like marketing, like people to like do the designs and stuff? Like what's
Yeah,
the
so
branding?
they've all got agencies and stuff that did that. So we have got market. We've sort of fed into that and come up with the name and the idea for it. And they've all seemed happy with
Is this
it.
the final product? Is there going to be some changes
So
to it?
this is nothing. This isn't the one that we're making with the brewery. So this is the one that eventually we want to sell. That's our own one. So the other one that we're doing is a.
It's
different
really
beer.
strong, I'll tell you that. It's gone to my head.
What, have you eaten yet?
Not really, no.
So
But it's gone to my head.
Is this like when you're gonna have a drink in the house? Is it like straight? Do you go to the shop still and buy beers, or do you just go for that?
I've started during lockdown. I will sometimes, but partly because I've got to get through them. Because I wanted to keep developing recipes and make different types of beers. So now we've sort of, this one I'm pretty happy with. I want to try different styles and go, okay, so next make a porter or a stout or whatever, different sort of things. So that then eventually we can do different types of beers. But the problem is, you've just got loads of beer in the house. I'm going to all my people who live near me going, take as much beer as you want, drink it, as long as you bring back the bottles, because I don't have to buy more bottles. So yeah, I do, but I also buy beer from other breweries, directly from the breweries, to taste what sort of things people are doing.
What I find interesting about your audience is I was watching a few of your videos where you've brewed on camera. I think one of the top commenters, I don't have like any clue about beer. I'm not really interested in it, but just like the whole process of you making, it's quite like fun for people to watch.
I think if you're honest that you don't know what you're doing, I think it's people buy it. I think it's if you try and pretend, I'm an expert at this, when you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But like openly be going, like with this thing again, like the beer's no longer explode. I think we put that on the certainly on the pilot batch. I don't know if it made it to the final label for the can, but on the pilot batch, it says on the label, "This is the first Bin Day Brewing Company beer that wasn't made in Robbie's kitchen and the first one that doesn't explode," or something like that.
You can turn it into your own little series as well, like how you've got like having a walk with, having a beer with, or making a beer with.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then only
Buying
use
a
your
series.
products.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much you could do. If when you start a physical brewery, if you have a tap room with it, you could have sort of YouTube events and stuff like that. There, you could do
I
all
was
sorts.
about to say, imagine the ultimate flex, that you'll have someone coming over to your house, just like friends, whatever. And they'll be like, should we bring drinks? You'll be like, don't worry.
I'll bring a keg.
Fine, yeah, I'll bring a cake.